I want to welcome you to Mark's Gospel, the very end of chapter 3. It's this seemingly insignificant part of chapter 3, but its repercussions are revolutionary, literally revolutionary. But you and I often don't see the revolution underneath because we're too busy fighting over the meaning of the word brethren. When we talk about the story where Mary and the brethren, or his brothers and sisters, as some translations say, come to visit Jesus, the crowds and the disciples say, "Jesus, your mother and brothers are here. Your mother, brother, and sisters are here." And what ends up happening is Jesus looks at the people around him and says, "These are my mothers and brothers, anyone who does the will of my Father in heaven." Now, the reason why this is so interesting is because Catholics and Protestants look at this verse and argue over the perpetual virginity of Mary. Now, as Catholics, we believe Mary was before, during, and after the virgin birth of Jesus. Mary remained a virgin. So that said, here's the problem with that. Whenever we fight each other over these things, we often miss the true meaning underneath. And the true meaning underneath all of this is Jesus Christ just upended all world religions, especially the religion that he belonged to. If you look in Pope Benedict's Jesus of Nazareth, an excellent book everyone should read, there's a section where he takes from Rabbi Jacob Neusner, where he puts himself, this rabbi puts himself back at the time of Christ to inquire, are you the Messiah? Are you truly who you say you are? And one of the key things that Rabbi Neusner ends up rejecting Jesus for is that if you actually follow the Sermon on the Mount, if you follow his other teachings, and I would say if you follow what Jesus says, this beautiful moment at the end of Mark's Gospel, it would overthrow the Old Testament world and cause something completely different. In the words of Rabbi Neusner, he rejects Jesus because in accepting Jesus, he would have to reject eternal Israel. And that he was not willing to do. Now, what do I mean by this? Jesus says, you're not my mother, you're not my brothers, you're not my sisters. Only those who belong to my family are the ones who does the will of God, are the ones who are doing God's will. Put in terms of the rest of the New Testament, the language of Paul, only those are spiritually adopted by God the Father, are those who have faith in the Son, Jesus Christ, and through baptism are adopted into God's heavenly family. Why is this revolutionary? Because as Rabbi Neusner pointed out, and as Pope Benedict highlighted, Jesus dissolved the bloodlines of ancient Israel in order to take the great covenant of Israel and make it universal. It couldn't be about your ethnic group, your tribe, your clan, your household. It had to be about you making an act of faith in him. So I could imagine Jesus standing there saying, you're my mother and you're my brothers and you're my sisters if only you do the will of God. And I can imagine Mary in the back, maybe James as well, saying, amen, son, preach it. And James like, that's my brother, meaning close male relation, right? You could totally see Mary being like, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. I went there. God bless.